the secrets of Singapore's property market with insights on potential cooling measures that could impact your home buying journey. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Iggy, and I've been covering topics like stocks, finance, CPF, and everything related to growing your wealth. The Investing Iguana is ranked 8th in the 2023 Influential Tigers by Tiger Brokers with over 800,000 reads. I've produced over 600 videos with more than 280,000 watch hours as of November 2024. I also focus on regional and world economy topics. Today, we're talking about something that affects all of us in Singapore, the property market. Whether you're thinking about buying your first home or already own one, this is important. There's talk about new rules that might change how we buy homes. Let's break it down together. Think of Singapore's property market like a big pot of soup. Sometimes it gets too hot, and the government needs to cool it down. They do this with something called cooling measures. These are rules that help keep home prices fair for everyone. Now, why should you care? Well, these new rules might affect even first-time buyers. That's new because usually first-time buyers get a break. But things are changing, and we need to be ready. Let's go back in time a bit. In 2011, the government introduced something called the Additional Buyer's Stamp Duty, or ABSD. It's like an extra tax when you buy a home. Back then, if you were buying your third home, you only paid 3% extra. Fast forward to today, and wow, things have changed. If you're buying a second home now, you're looking at 20% extra. And for a third home, that's 30%. It's like buying a cake and having to pay for almost a third of another cake just in tax. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's talk that even if you're buying your first home, you might have to pay this extra tax if your home costs more than $1 million. That's a big deal for many of us. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're buying your first home for $1.5 million. That's about the price of a nice condo in some areas. With these new rules, you might have to pay an extra $75,000 just in tax. That's like buying a car on top of your home. Now, you might be wondering, why is the government doing this? Well, it's like when your parents tell you to eat your vegetables. It might not be fun, but it's good for you in the long run. The government wants to make sure homes stay affordable for everyone. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's talk that even if you're buying your first home, you might have to. But here's the tricky part. These rules can make it harder to buy a home in the short term. You might need to save up more money for a down payment, or you might need to look for a less expensive home. So, what should you do? First, don't panic. Take a deep breath and think about your plans. If you're looking to buy a home, you might want to wait and see what happens, or you might want to look at homes that cost less than $1 million. In any case, this article from Business Times is just the editor's opinion and may not necessarily be an actual policy. But as we all know, there's no smoke without fire. And if there are such articles appearing in the news, the government may be preparing all of us for something imminent. Remember, buying a home is probably the biggest purchase you'll ever make. It's like choosing a school. You want to make sure it's the right fit for you. Take your time, do your research, and don't rush into anything. Here's my advice. Start by looking at your savings. How much can you really afford to spend on a home? Don't forget about other costs like renovation and furniture. It's like planning a big trip. You need to budget for everything, not just the plane ticket. Also, keep an eye on the news. I'll be watching too, and I'll make more videos to keep you updated. It's like we're all in this together, trying to figure out the best way forward. Before we wrap up, let's quickly go over what we've learned. Singapore's property market is facing potential new rules that could impact even first-time buyers. We've seen how the ABSD has increased significantly since 2011, and new measures might introduce extra costs for homes over $1 million. It's crucial to plan carefully and understand your financial limits. So, here's your homework. Take a close look at your finances and assess if you're prepared for these changes. Stay informed by keeping an eye on the news and this channel for updates. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We're all navigating this together. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay smart with your money. I'll see you in the next video. Financial limits.